Good afternoon, Tipsiers. Ranger Dave coming at you from almost 7,000 feet of elevation here outside of Colorado Springs, Colorado. We have another great food video for you today. I don't know if you're like me, but on the trail, I love eating sweets. I love eating sugar. It really just picks you up, especially when you're really tired. One of my favorite things to eat is cookies, and one of my favorite cookies is Girl Scout cookies. I think a lot of people fall in that category. Well, today we have a true life hack, life-changing life hack for you. And that is that there is another way. There is an alternative to Girl Scout cookies on the trail. So sit back, relax, pop open that cold one. Let's get to work. So as always, smash that like and subscribe button if you like hiking, camping, food, whatever the hell it is you like about us, whatever that motion is if you like that. Also, look in the description below. We're going to have some pertinent information and links to anything we talk about today. So thank you for joining us on the channel again. So today, Girl Scout cookies. We love them. I love walking up to that grocery store with money in my pocket. Those girls hit you up like a highway bandit for all of your cash so that you get to take these home. And I want to be clear on this video. We're not saying anything negative about the Girl Scouts. They're great, organization's great, cookies are even better, but they'd only sell them for a few months out of the year, even though they're really popular.
So what are you going to do the rest of the year, David?
Hike.
Oh, you're going to go to Kroger's?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Kroger's or King Soopers. So the life hack.
That's terrible. I set him up. I put the ball on the tee for him.
We're going to ask you that if
he
you
missed the ball.
If you like Girl Scout cookies and you want to take some on the trail, but hey, you've eaten them all back at home, go to Kroger. In Colorado, there's King Soopers. So basically Kroger branded grocery stores. And they actually sell knockoff Girl Scout cookies for about half the price. Who doesn't love that? Today, we're actually going to do a taste test and decide, are they a good replacement for Girl Scout cookies or are they even better? So stay tuned to find out. Come on, Pile Trapper. Get your shit together.
Just leave it.
There we go. So we're ready to taste some cookies. So what we're going to do is we're going to taste the Girl Scout cookie and then its counterpart found at the local grocery store. And just give some thoughts on, is it as good, close to being as good, and is it, a comparable replacement on the trail? So first we're going to do the Samoas, also known as, I think they're called Caramel Delights.
Caramel Delights.
Caramel Delights.
Caramel Delights.
How do you spell it? Caramel. Go ahead.
The Delights. It says Samoas on the box.
We're going to call them that.
It does.
And its corresponding counterpart, which is coconut and caramel fudge
Caramel
cookies.
fudge.
So very bland and, I don't know, analytic description. But anyway, let's get to it. Let's see how they stack up. All right, so why don't you open that one? I'll open this one. Here we go. So first up, we'll do the Girl Scout cookie.
These are some of my least favorite Girl Scout cookies. I will say that. So, disclaimer.
Said Stalin. These are great. Here's living long, loose, and full of juice. Let's go. It's great. What's not to like?
Eyeball test looks better on Girl Scout.
They're prettier?
Yeah.
The chocolate is better looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes me think of the beach. Like girls in coconut smelling.
Can we edit this part out?
Hawaiian Tropic. I know. Hawaiian
Go
Tropic.
on.
Hawaiian Tropic. Sunscreen.
Do they taste the same as the girls in the Hawaiian Tropic sunscreen?
Not the ones I've tasted. The cookies, I mean.
So here is your coconut and caramel fudge cookie, Kroger brand cookie. See how this stacks up. So it isn't as pretty. It looks more refined or more processed. It's also a little chewier.
I think more caramel in it, maybe.
No, I think it has more caramel.
So when my daughter sold these, of course that was decades ago, the boxes said Caramel Delights or Caramel Delights. They weren't called Samoas. I think it was the east and west of the Mississippi thing. I think maybe they've gone
You know, the
universal.
states west of
Coast
the
to coast.
Mississippi weren't founded yet when you were when she was selling Girl Scout cookies, probably.
How old do you think my daughter is?
Just as old as you, probably.
That's really weird.
This is getting weird. You know, overall though.
So I would say there are differences,
They're subtle.
but not enough to really distinguish one from the other. I would probably buy on basis of price.
I don't know if you can see this or not, but maybe you can kind of see the difference, like just in color. But they're very similar, the exact same design. I think the big question is, if you wanted Girl Scout cookies as a snack on the trail, would you grab these?
Over those?
No, just would you grab these from the grocery store?
Well, I don't like these kind of cookies. So no, I would not. But, yeah, these are
Dang.
different.
Sorry. You seemed kind of wound up about that, didn't you?
Just a little. So, what about you?
I would grab some of those.
Okay, no qualms.
None at all.
Which would you prefer head to head?
I mean, really, the difference is, hard to rate. They're very similar. I would probably go for the Kroger
Really?
over the Girl Scout. Yeah, I
Okay.
think, like you said, they're a little chewier. I think they probably have a little bit more caramel. They don't taste as much like Hawaiian Tropic.
Okay, fair enough. So next, we're gonna hit Thin Mints. So now, next up is Thin Mints. And what is its counterpart called?
Mint, fudge enrobed cookies.
Enrobed. Enrobed.
That's what it
Kinky.
says.
Now these are much better than Samoas. So I'm much more excited to eat these. By the way, the mint Oreos, very similar taste.
So I guess the first thing, here, feed it to me.
No.
The first thing I notice is that these, oh, thank you. These are squares.
I don't ever want to see that again.
These are squares. These are the, of course, circles. So, but Thin Mint's a Thin Mint. Crumbly, minty, refreshing.
Give me one of those.
Also, these are a little thicker.
Whoever you are.
This is a little different. This is a little harder, just barely harder of a cookie, but it's thicker. And the cookie part on the inside is a different color. This is like a chocolate brown, like a normal chocolate brown. This is a deeper brown color.
I think this is a little bit more like a thin mint.
It is.
Because it's got that,
It's got like
What's
a,
it called? What do you mean?
it's got a thin layer.
The thin mint candies, peppermint patties.
Yeah,
I didn't
peppermint
mean
patties.
Thin mints. I meant peppermint patties.
It's got this
Peppermint
thin white layer of like mint goo. I don't know if it's even goo. Paste, I don't know. These are really good. Now, Thin Mints are good. They're not my favorite cookie, but they're good. I really like these.
All of these.
I tell you, right now, I'm going to prefer the store-bought brand over the Girl Scout cookie. I like that little layer.
The peppermint patty layer.
Yeah,
That's what we'll call it.
peppermint patty layer. Patent it. What do you think? What do you prefer?
I prefer the Kroger. You know what these are really good for? You freeze these, then you put them in the blender and blend them up to like powder, and you use them with some ice cream treat.
How do you
Good
do that
stuff.
hiking?
Do what too?
How do you do that hiking?
I'm not talking about hiking.
Well, I'm so glad you had the context of this conversation.
Let's talk about something you can't do on the trail.
I personally would pick these. Maybe I'm just too much of a purist, but I think they're better.
Okay. Would this serve as a
It's in comparing with the Samoas, those two were very similar cookies. These actually were different. Like if you were to eat these back to back, they have a different flavor versus those were very similar flavor.
I feel like the Thin Mints are a little drier. Like you need to be drinking some water when you eat those.
Fair
I will
enough.
say it looks a whole lot easier to carry this in my bag than that.
That's actually a really good point. And then you have to down that whole sleeve.
That's
But-
okay. I'll do that.
So next, we'll have the tagalongs. And finally, we have the tagalongs, which are chocolate-covered peanut butter cookie with the store-bought brand. And what is the name?
Peanut butter, fudge, enrobed cookies.
Boy, someone really likes the word enrobed at Kroger's headquarters. Thank you.
Bear.
Here's living long, loose, and full of juice. Let's go.
Circles and squares again. Do we need to call those out?
Yeah. Those are squares.
Wow. And these?
Circles.
Wow.
That's good. These are good. Give me a square.
Yeah. Maybe a square.
So, store-bought's a little thinner. Not as much peanut butter. Same, looks like the exact same cookie.
So the Girl Scout cookie actually has, like, you can see the peanut butter in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See some peanut butter. I don't really see peanut butter in this one.
I see a little bit in mine, but it's super thin. It's like that peppermint patty layer on the Thin Mint knockoff. But yeah, you can really see the peanut butter in this one. Okay.
I'm going to share peanut butter, not my favorite trail food. It makes me thirsty.
Yeah.
Makes me need to drink more water, which is already difficult to keep up with having enough water on you. So I would pass it.
If you ate these when you were already kind of parched, it'd be really hard.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult to get them down.
All right. So, big question. Are these a good alternative to the Girl Scout?
I feel this. Yeah, these are very comparable taste-wise.
I think the tag-alongs are better because of the peanut butter component being more like robust. But the peanut butter fudge and Enrobed cookies are fine. I give the tag-alongs just one extra, one. What am I trying to say?
Give it a.
You tell us.
It's better. A
Yeah.
little bit.
I agree. I think it is. I think it is a better cookie. I like the extra peanut butter. Peanut butter doesn't bother me on the trail near as much. So yeah, but I think if I really wanted some, I'd grab these store-bought cookies and just be fine with it.
I probably wouldn't bring these on the trail.
Yeah, I won't bring either of the peanut butter options. If I was to pick between the three kinds, it would definitely be the Thin Mint. I'd bring on the trail.
Okay, the Girl Scout
The
brand.
Girl Scout brand Thin Mint.
Okay.
Then maybe the other kind of Thin Mint.
Okay.
The knockoff.
What about you? What's your top pick? Hitting the trail.
The Thin Mint variety, I would go with the Kroger brand first, then the Girl Scout. But I could go either way on those.
Yeah.
That would be my first pick, and then probably the Caramel Delight Kroger one, then Caramel Delight Girl Scout, and then the tag-alongs before the Kroger brand peanut butter. That would be my order.
Fair enough. I think there's one thing I would mention is that when you hike at higher elevations, there's times I don't feel good. Like you just get an upset stomach. I think I'd give the Thin Mints, even though they're not my favorite Girl Scout cookie, an edge there because that mint might soothe your stomach. But I think I'd grab the store-bought Thin Mints first. A little surprising. I love that peppermint patty layer, and yeah, kind of eye-opening. So I think overall, the takeaway here, the store-bought offerings are really close to the Girl Scout cookie offerings. And so if it's a time of year that you don't have any Girl Scout cookies and you're thinking, hey, that'd be great to have on the trail, go to your local Kroger, King Supers, anything Kroger branded. Check these out. Again, they're about half price and they're available year round. It's hard to beat. So thank you again for joining us on our Girl Scout cookie competition and comparison. Hope you're living life long, loose, and full of juice. Till next time.